Hey guys, my name is Sarah and welcome to Move Movement Yoga. Today's video is a sequence that I've actually been teaching recently in my power class. It's a flow that my students seem to have really loved, so I thought I would share it with you guys. It is for more intermediate advanced students, so I would definitely recommend if you're a beginner to maybe check another video out. For this class, you'll need a block and we're going to be working towards our flying pigeon. So our flying pigeon is a hip opener as well as an arm balance. Now, if you feel a little off-put by that, just know that there's always options, there's always variations, so take it at your own pace. But also don't be afraid just to maybe take on the challenge a little bit and you might surprise yourself. Anyways, if you like this video, please be sure to let me know. Give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment down below, and be sure to also turn on your notifications. That way you can be sure to receive a notification whenever I post a video. Anyways, get your space set up. We'll be ready to go. And also, if you would like to listen to some music while we move through this class, I'll leave a playlist down below and you can get that started after the intro. Anyways, when you're ready, let's do this. So let's begin the class in a nice cross-legged position. We're just going to spend a couple of moments connecting to the body and the breath. So get really grounded in your seat, bring your hands onto your knees or your thighs and close your eyes. Allow your shoulders to roll down and back and feel nice and long through the crown of your head. Take a couple of moments here just to notice the quality of your breath as the breath comes in and the breath goes out. See if you can bring your awareness inward and just notice whatever it is that's going on within, but no sort of expectation or judgment to whatever it is that you find. We want to develop this quality of just noticing where we are in any given moment, within the moment. And if you feel called to do so, this is a great time now to really set an intention, get very clear on the energy that you would like to cultivate, either for your practice or for your day. So begin to see the energy within your mind's eye, within the third eye. Hold the vision there, the sensations, the feelings. And we'll solidify the intention with a little bit of breath. So take a nice long inhale through your nose, draw the energy in. And open your mouth, sigh to release, and let go of the energy that's holding you back from reaching this place. Let's do one more like this. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Know at any point in time that you can come back to this breath if you need to really clear some energy that might be moving through you. So when you're ready, just begin to open your eyes. And we're going to start by bringing our feet forward, knees bent, and feet a little bit further than hip width. Bring your fingertips behind you to support you, and we're just going to allow the knees to drop to one side. I want you to keep your torso drawing forward, and then take the knees to the other side, so just flossing into the hips. Also, if you can hear some little bird noises, my little birds are hanging out in the space with us. Sometimes they can be a little bit talkative, so hopefully that doesn't disturb you too much. Keep allowing the knees to fall to one side, just slowly opening up into the hip space. Take your last round and then come back through center. Extend your arms up, and this time we're going to do the rotation, but this time we'll just use we won't use our hands, so hands that remain up. So you might notice that you kind of wiggle and shift over the mat, that's okay, but I just want you to really focus on articulating the movement, using the legs to open up into the hip space. Take your last round and then come back through center. Then from here, let's bring the soles of the feet together. Bring your hands onto your ankles. Nice straight spine, and then just find a couple of bounces with the knees. Find your nice steady even breath in and out through the nose. Keep bouncing, keep bouncing. And then I want you to bring a static hold to the knees, so really work to draw the knees down. Charge through the legs and keep reaching up through the crown of the head. Once again, remain steady with your breath. And then slow motion release. From here, extend your legs forward. I want you to keep the right leg extended. Fingertips come behind you to support. Flex your left foot and then cross your foot above your right knee without using your hands. So see if you can bring the ankle just above the knee. Work to draw the knee down. Stay here if you want to take it further. Bend the right knee, plant the sole of the foot. Stay here, maybe rocking from side to side, just feeling into the stretch. If you want to take it further, shift your hips towards your heel and deepen the stretch. I want you to really focus on flexing the foot, so making sure that this foot is really engaged, because this is going to be key when we moved into our arm balance. Take a couple of rounds of breath, keep pulling the left knee away from you. And then slow motion, draw the hips back, extend the leg out. Plant the sole of the foot, the left foot on the outer edge of your knee. Right arm draws the knee in, reach up through the crown of your head, take an inhale, lift your arm up, and then slow motion, plant your fingers behind you, take your eye gaze towards the back of your mat. A couple of nice, steady, even breaths. And then slowly come back through center. Take it to the other side, so extend the left leg out, flex the right, draw the foot so that it comes just above your left knee. Work to draw your right knee down. Stay here, bend the left foot, plant the sole of the foot, bend the left knee, plant the sole of the foot, and just find a couple of rocks. Once again, if you want to take it deeper, lift your sit bones towards your left heel. And once again, just find the range that works for you, the depth that works for you. Keep your foot flexed and engaged, and keep working to draw the right knee away from you. Slow motion release. Left leg extends, plant the right foot, left hand pulls the right knee in, reach your arm up, and then take your twist once again to the other side. Feeling nice and long through the crown of the head. Nice, steady, even breaths. Slow motion, come back through center. Release your legs, and then we'll come into our tabletop position. So as soon as you arrive into your tabletop position, we're just going to take a couple of rounds of cat-cow, or if you would like, you can really explore or experiment with your movement. So there's no right or wrong here. It's more about just allowing yourself a couple of moments to connect intuitively to your breath and to the needs of your body, whatever that might be. But if you would like to take your cat and cow, just begin to round as you puff the heart up, the back of the heart up towards the ceiling. Exhale, sink your belly. Maybe draw your hips back towards your heels. Round forward back into the hands and the feet. Sink the belly. Just guiding the breath into areas of the body that might feel a little tense or still tight. And once again, no right or wrong. Maybe moving the hips from side to side, stretching into the side body. Then from here, let's come back into our tabletop position. So I'm just going to demonstrate so you guys stay where you are. So I want you to focus on pushing down into the hands through the base of the knuckle, so this part of the knuckle. And at the same time, you're going to activate through the fingertips. So your hands will be underneath your shoulders. Fingers spread nice and wide. Push down into the base of the hand, the base of the knuckles, and then push into the fingertips. So you might notice that your fingers will bend, so kind of like little spider legs. I want you to focus on this pushing down, so this activation through the hand. And as you continue to do this, shift your shoulders just over your wrists just a little bit. Keep pushing down into the base of the knuckles and the fingers. And then slowly shift the weight back. And as you do this, keep that pushing down through the base of the knuckle and the fingers, but also push down into the heel of the palm. Shift your weight forward, keep pushing down. Shift your weight back. Keep pushing into the heel of the palm. Shift forward. Push into the base of the knuckle and the fingertips. Your fingertips should be white and lit. You should be feeling it through the wrists. Take it once more to the back, push into the heel of the palm, and then come back through center. From here, point the fingertips to the long edges of the mat, same concept, and up to you how close you have your hands to one another. As you lean to one side, shift your weight to one side, push into the fingertips and the base of the knuckle. Take it to the other side, same concept. So as much as we're stretching into the hand, we're also stretching into the wrists, really activating through the hands. The reason that this is really essential is when we come into our arm balance, we want to make sure our foundation, our hands are active. And as our hands remain active, we can translate the weight better into our wrists and into our shoulders so everything can stack and align. We got to think about everything working together instead of one part just taking on all of the work. Then from here, point your fingertips towards your knees. Push down into the base of the knuckles and the fingertips. Stay here if you want to take a little deeper. Begin to lean back, stretch into the forearms. Once again, take a cycle of breath. Just feeling into the stretch. And then slow motion, sit back onto your heels. Roll your wrists out or shake your hands out. And then from here, extend your hands forward and we'll take our first downward facing dog. Now when you arrive, once again, check in with your hands. Make sure that you're pushing into the base of the knuckles, the fingertips are lit. You might find a little bend through the fingers, that's okay. Keep that foundation through the hands. Pedal through the back of the feet. If you notice that the back of the legs are tight, bring a little bend towards the knees, and then I want you to work to push your chest more towards your toes. Keep pushing your hands down and forward. Keep lifting up through the tailbone, so reach it up towards the ceiling and find a nice straight line from the tailbone to the crown of the head. And then maybe see if you can lower your heels down a little bit more to lengthen through the back of the legs. Keep connecting to a nice steady even breath. Take your eye gaze between your hands and step or hop into your first forward fold. While you're here, I want you to allow the weight of your head to drop towards the earth. Ground down through the four corners of your feet. See if you can lean a little bit more in towards the toes while keeping the heels down. Let the head be heavy as it hangs down. See if you can continue to reach the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Breathe into the back of the legs. Then generously bend into your knees. Slow motion, begin to sweep your arms up as you inhale. Eye gaze goes up. Hands towards your heart. As you arrive, take a nice long inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. So just shimmy your way up to the top of the mat if you're not already there, and we're going to begin to move through our little warm-up sequence. So when you're ready, you're going to take an inhale, sweep your arms up towards the ceiling, interlace your hands, bring your hands behind your head. Think about having a nice straight line from the crown of your head towards your tailbone. Bring a little micro bend into your knees, draw your elbows back, and then slowly lean your torso forward. So find your flat back, engage through your lower belly, keep lifting the elbows up. Nice, steady, even breath. Then inhale, rise. Draw your right knee in towards your chest, then slow motion hinge at your hips as you draw your toes towards the back of your mat. Slowly, slowly, slowly lower the toes down. Bring your chest onto your front thigh, keep drawing your elbows up. Shoot energy out through your back heel and the crown of your head. Then slow motion, bend your back knee just to hover above the mat and straighten your torso up. Stay here, take an inhale, puff your heart up towards the ceiling, take your eye gaze up. And then as you exhale, lean forward, push off your back toes and find your warrior three. Keep drawing the elbows up, engage through your floating toes. Nice straight line, see if you can lift your foot up just a little bit higher. Then slow motion, draw your right knee in towards your chest. Then begin to straighten your right leg forward, squeeze your inner thighs together, and then see if you can lift your right leg up just a little bit higher. Slow motion, flex your foot, bring your foot down to the earth. Sink down into your chair pose, keep the arms. Nice, steady, even breath. Inhale, sweep your arms up, begin to rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. So that's just one side of our flow. So we're going to move through it once more on the other side, and then we'll do 2 more sets. So we're in it together, so when you're ready, inhale, sweep your arms up. Interlace your hands, bring your hands onto your head. Exhale, come into your flat back. Take a cycle of breath. Inhale, begin to rise. Left knee draws in towards the chest, then hinge at your hips as you drop your toes towards the back of the mat, slow motion. Keep your chest onto your front thigh, nice and low, draw the elbows up. Slow motion, bend your back knee just to hover above the mat, lift your torso up. Maybe puff your heart up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lean your weight forward, find your warrior three. Engage through the floating toes. Slowly draw your knee in towards your chest. Extend your leg out. See if you can lift your leg just a little bit higher. And then as you exhale, bring your left foot down. Chair pose. Take a cycle of breath. Inhale, sweep the arms up, begin to rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands behind the head. Come into your flat back. Inhale, rise. Right knee draws towards the chest. Hinge at the hips, slow motion, step back. Keep the chest low towards the front thigh, elbows draw back. Bend the back knee as you inhale, lift the chest up. Puff the heart up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lean forward, warrior three. See if you can lift your back toes up just a little bit higher. Slow motion, draw your right knee in towards your chest. Extend your right leg forward, squeeze your inner thighs and see if you can lift your foot up just a little bit higher. Right foot comes down, chair pose. Cycle of breath. Inhale, rise. Eye gaze goes up. Exhale, hands to heart. Breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Interlace the hands behind the head. Come into your flat back. Keep drawing your elbows up. Lower belly draws in towards the spine. Inhale, rise. Left knee draws up in towards the chest. As you exhale, step your foot towards the back of the mat, slow motion. Keep your chest towards your thigh, keep drawing your elbow up. Bend into the back knee, lift the torso up, puff the heart up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lean forward, find your warrior three, float the toes up. Engage the toes as you lift them a little higher. Left knee draws in towards the chest. Extend the leg out, squeeze the inner thighs. Slow motion, bring your left foot down. Sink down into your chair pose. Cycle of breath. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Eye gaze goes up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Last round, inhale. Hands behind the head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right knee draws up towards the chest. Hinge at the hips, slow motion, step towards the back of the mat, chest low to the front thigh. Keep drawing the elbows up. Bend your back knee as you inhale, lift the chest up, puff your heart up. Exhale, come forward, warrior three. Cycle of breath. Right knee draws up in towards the chest. Extend the toes forward, squeeze the inner thighs. See if you can lift up just a little higher. And then as you exhale, right foot comes down. Sink down, chair pose. Cycle of breath. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, back to the heart. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Hands behind the head, come into your flat back. Inhale, begin to rise. Left knee draws up. Exhale, slow motion, step back. Keep the chest towards the thigh. Keep drawing the elbows up. Inhale, lower the knee to hover. Lift the chest up, puff it up towards the ceiling. Exhale, come into your warrior three. Engage through the floating toes. Keep drawing the elbows up. Left knee draws in towards the chest. Extend the left toes forward. Squeeze the inner thighs. Lift the leg just a little higher. Left foot comes down. Chair pose. Cycle of breath. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Eye gaze goes up. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a nice long inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more like this, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Make sure that your yoga block is really close to you, because now we're going to come down to do some core work. So when you're ready, inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, bend your knees. Lower your sit bones all the way down onto the mat. See if you can find a little bit of control. As soon as you arrive, lift your legs up. Find your variation of your boat pose. Squeeze your legs together. So imagine that they're one leg. Lift up through the heart and the crown of the head. Connect to a nice, steady, even breath. Then bring your hands towards your heart. Now from here, we're going to take 20 twists. So when you're ready, pick a side and we'll begin. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back through center, lift the arms, lift the legs, squeeze everything up. Slow motion, come all the way down onto the back. Make sure your block is close. Lower down. Walk your hands underneath your lower back. Extend your legs up towards the ceiling. Push your lower back down. Squeeze your legs together, take an inhale. And as you exhale, lower your legs to hover for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5. Lift them up, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lower the legs to hover, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift the legs up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your hands, draw your knees in towards your chest. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Then grab your block. We'll start with the right knee. Bring the block underneath the right knee. And then I want you to bring your elbow onto the block. So you're going to compress the block between your leg and your elbow. Then lift your left leg up towards the ceiling, left arm up, and draw your chin towards your chest. Take an inhale to lift everything up a little bit higher. And then as you exhale, lower your leg and arm just to hover. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower. 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 Inhale, reach up. Squeeze everything up. Exhale, release. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Take it to the other side straight away. Find that connection with the block. Right arm up, right leg up, chin to chest. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, lower the leg to hover. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower. 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 Inhale, reach up, squeeze everything up. Exhale, release. Take a nice long inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Bring your block back onto your right thigh. This time you're going to cross the opposite elbow. So left elbow to squeeze the block in between your right leg and your left elbow. Left leg reaches up, right arm reaches up, chin to chest. Take an inhale, lengthen. And then as you exhale, lower your arm and leg down.
Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower. 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 Inhale, reach up, squeeze everything out. Exhale, release. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Take it to the other side, straight away, last side. Right leg reaches up, left arm reaches up, chin to chest. Inhale, squeeze everything up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach 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 up, squeeze everything up. Exhale, release. Take a nice long inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Bring your arms behind your knees, and we're going to find a little roll and rock into our yogi squat. So however you get there, however long it takes you to get there, find yourself up. When you arrive, make sure your feet are wide enough that your heels come down. Bring your hands into a prayer position, push your elbows in towards your knees, knees into your elbow. Reach up through the crown of the head. Take a nice, steady, even breath. Slow motion, bring your hands down and step back into your downward facing dog. Take a nice long inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more like that. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. From here, wave yourself forward, find a high plank. So push into the base of your knuckles, fingertips become a lid. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Push the back of your heart up towards the ceiling. Draw your navel in towards your spine and reach back through your heels. Connect to a nice, steady, even breath. Then slow motion, lower through your chaturanga for a count of 3, 2, 1. Come into your up dog, but keep your toes tucked. Pump your heart towards the top of the mat. Bring a little micro bend through your elbows. Engage through your legs. Then bend your right knee, point your right toes up towards the ceiling. Then slow motion, roll to the knife edge of your left foot, drop your right toes behind you, and arc your heart up into your world thing. Then slow motion, take your eye gaze towards your left hand, draw your right knee up, and see if you can step your foot towards the top of the mat for a count of 3, 2, 1. Right foot comes down, right hand comes down inside of the right foot so you find your lizard pose. Connect to a nice, steady, even breath here. I want you to engage your back thigh, so keep drawing it up. Keep reaching energy out through the back of your heel and the crown of your head. Nice, steady, even breaths. And just see if you can slow something down, whether it's your mind or your breath. Just come back to this moment right now. So the next exercise you can use with a block or without a block. So I'm just going to demonstrate with the block. Bring the block underneath your left hand. Extend your right arm forward. I want you to begin to draw your left knee in towards your chest, find a little compression, then extend the left leg out. Push against the earth with your left hand and your foot and touch your left toe, sorry. And then step back. Cycle of breath. Round 2. Draw the knee in, push yourself up to lift your hips, extend your toes out, step back. Cycle of breath. Last round. Lift everything up, extend the leg out, touch the toe. Slow motion, step back. Right hand comes down, left hand comes back onto the mat if you've got your block. And then walk your right foot towards the middle of the mat. Keep the right hand inside and then drop your back heel and extend your left arm up. Take a cycle of breath here. Then when you're ready, begin to push into your feet, rise up, and you're going to find your first warrior 2. Eye gaze goes over the middle finger. Take a cycle of breath. Then reverse your warrior. Come back through center. Then begin to straighten the front leg. Point your left toes, your back toes towards the back corner of your mat. And from here, bend into your left knee. We come down into our Skandasana. So you can use your fingers on the floor
or you can have your hands in front of your heart. Take a moment here. Then begin to rise up and then take your Skandasana to the other side. Really engage through the heel of the left leg. Slowly begin to rise back towards the back of the mat. Cycle of breath. Then rebend into the front foot. Plant it down, square off to the top of the mat. Plant your hands, step back. Three-legged dog with the right leg in the air. Take a cycle of breath. See if you can lift your right leg a little bit higher. Come nice and high into the ball of the left foot. Begin to align your pigeon pose, but don't bring your right leg down yet. Push into the base of the knuckles, push the back of your heart up, compress your leg in towards your chest. Then slow motion, lower the right leg down. Keep your left toes tucked, frame your front leg. Take a breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Then when you're ready, take an inhale, squeeze your knees towards one another to lift you up just a little bit. And then as you exhale, lower down. Inhale, squeeze the knees, find a little height. Exhale, release. Last one, inhale, squeeze the knees, find the activation and the strength through your legs. And as you exhale, release. On your next inhale, keep the back toes tucked. Take your arms up towards the ceiling and then interlace your hands behind your head. So from here, I just want you to move to the degree that it's comfortable in your lower back. But as you inhale, lift up a little bit. And then as you exhale, lean forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, reach up. Extend the arms up. Squeeze the knees towards one another to find a little bit more height. And then as you exhale, plant the hands. Push back. Downward facing dog. Take a cycle of breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth. You can take a child's pose here, stay in your down dog for a few rounds of breath, or if you would like, you can move with me through a vinyasa. Just find whatever it is that you need. When you come back into your down dog, take a nice long inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale, wave yourself forward, high plank. Find that activation through the hands, your foundation. Draw your lower belly in towards your spine. Push the back of your heart up towards the ceiling. Squeeze your inner thighs towards one another and think nice, straight, strong line. Then slow motion, lower through your chaturanga for a count of 3, 2, 1. Inhale into your up dog. Keep the toes tucked. Pump your heart towards the top of the mat and bring a micro bend through your elbows. Then bend your left toes towards the ceiling. And then slow motion, roll to the knife edge of your right foot. Find your wild thing. Arc your heart up, lift your hips, extend your arm overhead. Then slow motion, take your eye gaze towards your right hand and step your left foot up towards the top of the mat for a count of 3, 2, 1. When you arrive, bring both of your hands onto the right side and find your lizard pose. Engage through the back thigh, so really lift up. Come back to a nice, steady, even breath. And once again, just see if you can begin to slow something down. Bring your awareness back in towards this moment. And just notice the sensations that begin to arise, the information that your body is translating to you. Then from here, with or without a block underneath your right hand, extend your left arm forward. Push into your foot and your hand as you draw your right knee in towards your chest. Extend your toes out and touch your toe. Slow motion, step back. Cycle of breath. Draw your knee in towards your chest. Extend the leg through, touch the toes. Step back. Cycle of breath. Last round, draw the knee in. Find that compression as you send the leg out, touch the toes, and then step back. Find your lizard pose, remove your block. Walk your left foot in towards the middle of the mat. Left hand stays inside. Pivot the back heel and take your right arm up towards the ceiling. A few rounds of breath. Slow motion, come up. Oop. Find your warrior two while I make a readjustment here. So keep bending into the left knee, extend the arms out. Cycle of breath. Reverse the warrior. Come back through center. Straighten your front legs. Point your right toes towards the back of your mat. Bend into your back knee. Come down, Skandasana. Hands are either up or on the floor. Heel is either lifted or down. Shift the weight towards the front of the mat. Come all the way down. So take it to the other side. Shift it back towards the back of the mat. Connect to a nice, steady, even breath. Then slow motion, come all the way towards the top of the mat. Frame your front foot. Extend your left leg up into your three-legged downward dog. See if you can lift your toes a little bit higher. Cycle of breath. Then align your pigeon pose as you come forward, but keep the leg lifted. Compress up, so push the back of your heart up, squeeze the leg in towards your chest. Then slow motion, lower your leg down. Keep your back toes tucked. Frame your front leg with your fingertips. Take an inhale, squeeze your knees towards one another to lift you up a little bit. And then as you exhale, come down. Inhale, squeeze to lift. Exhale, come down. Last one, inhale. Exhale, come down. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Interlace your hands behind your head. Draw your elbows back. Inhale, lift up. As you exhale, lean forward to whatever degree is okay in the lower back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Squeeze the legs, find a little bit more height. And then as you exhale, plant your hands. Step back. Downward facing dog. When you arrive, take a nice long inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Stay here if you would like. Move through your vinyasa, your version, whatever feels good and connects with you. Take a nice cycle of breath once again, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Take your eye gaze between your hands and then step your feet to join each other. We're going to take 3 frog hops, our little handstand hops, and then on the 4th try we're going to land in a forward fold. So take your eye gaze between your thumbs, bend your knees, load your spring. As you inhale, prepare, and then as you exhale, see if you can shift your hips above your wrists, drawing your feet towards your sit bones. Land the feet back where you started. Take an inhale to prepare, exhale, hop. Inhale to prepare, exhale, hop. On your next round, take your eye gaze forward, and this time we hop into our forward fold. Inhale to flat back, exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up as you sink your hips down, chair pose. Connect once again to a nice, steady, even breath. Then slow motion, begin to rise, sweep your arms up. Hands towards the heart. Draw your right knee in towards your chest. Extend the leg forward. Engage through the toes. Squeeze your inner thighs towards one another. See if you can lift your leg a little higher. And then as you exhale, flex the foot and come back into your warrior 3. Really engage through the floating toe. So the more muscles you get involved, the lighter the leg will feel, even though it might not seem like it at first. See if you can lift it just a little bit higher. Then slow motion, bring your knee back towards your chest. Flex your right foot and then cross your foot above your left knee. So this is where we're going to come into our flying pigeon. So step 1 is to stay here. The next step is to sink the hips down as if we're in our chair pose. Keep the right foot flexed. The next stage is to bring your hands onto your right leg, or you bring your hands down onto the floor. Stay here if you would like to take it a little further. Generously bend into your standing leg to bring your hips down. Then hook your flexed foot, your right foot, onto the back of your tricep and plant your hands onto the mat. Then begin to lift your hips up as you bend your elbows like you're coming into your chaturanga. Really engage through the fingertips So check in with the foundation of your hands. Take your eye gaze slightly forward and see if you can lift your left foot up. Nice, steady, even breath, and maybe extend your left leg towards the back of the mat. Keep pushing the back of your heart up. And with the same control that you came in, bring the leg back down. Rise up. Cross your right leg in front of your left, sweep your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Fingertips come down, crown of the head comes down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, down dog. Cycle of breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. One more like this, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Feel free to move through your vinyasa if you would like. Stay in your down dog or take a child's pose. The option is up to you. Wherever you are, take a cycle of breath. Bring your feet together. Eye gaze goes between the thumbs. Bend your knee as you inhale, and then as you exhale, find your frog hop. Inhale to prepare, exhale, hop. Inhale to prepare, exhale, hop. If you fall, it's okay. Come back to your starting position. Eye gaze forward. Let's hop into our forward fold. Inhale into your flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sink the hips down, chair pose. Nice, steady, even breath. Connect to your strength. Notice that your ability is there. Just allow yourself to come inward and to notice whatever it is that's there. Tune into the charge and the strength of your body. Then begin to straighten the legs, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands towards the heart. Left knee draws in towards the chest. Left toe reaches forward, squeeze your inner thighs. See if you can lift your leg a little higher. Then flex your foot and find your warrior three. Engage through the floating leg. Nice, steady, even breaths. Then slow motion, draw the left knee back towards the chest. Keep the left foot flexed, cross it above the right knee. Stay here working to draw the left knee down or begin to sink the hips low. So stay here. If you want to take it further, bring your hands onto your left leg. If you want to bring it further, bring your fingertips onto the floor. If you would like to try for your flying pigeon, plant your hands down, sink your hips low. Sink them so low that you can bring your left leg onto your triceps, making sure that you're flexing through the left foot. Engage through your fingertips. Begin to bend your elbows as you lift your hips up. So same as we're in our chaturanga arms. Slightly take your eye gaze forward and then see maybe if you can lift your right foot up. Stay here or extend the right leg back. Once again, same as when we're in our warrior three, engage through the floating toes, and with the same control coming in, come out, begin to rise. Left foot crosses in front of the right, sweep your arms up, exhale, fold. Fingertips come down, crown of the head comes down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, down dog. Cycle of breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. One more like this, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Stay here or move through your very last vinyasa of the class, or take a child's pose if you need it. Find your cycle of breath. Take your eye gaze between your hands and step forward or hop forward into a forward fold. Come into your flat back. As you exhale, bend the knees. Slowly lower your sit bones down. See if you can find a little bit of control. Plant the soles of the feet forward. Bring your hands onto your knees. Take an inhale, puff your heart up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, draw your chin towards your chest. Extend your arms forward and roll all the way down onto your back. See if you can find a little bit of control. As you come down, draw your knees in, give yourself a really big squeeze. Then from here, plant the soles of the feet. Make sure that they're about hip width apart. Touch the heels with your fingertips. Then begin to lift your hips up all the way towards the ceiling, coming into our bridge pose. You can have your hands grounding down or interlace the hands underneath, coming more onto the shoulder blades and the back of the head. Keep squeezing the inner thighs together to engage through the glutes. Take a couple of rounds of breath. Stay here or extend your right leg up towards the ceiling and see if you can reach your toes up as high as you can. Slow motion, bring your right foot down. Left toes reaches up. Keep lifting the hips up. Left foot comes down. Stay here. Or if you would like to move into your plow pose, walk your hands underneath your lower back. Extend one leg up towards the ceiling and then the other. And see if you can allow your feet to come overhead. Slow motion, come back out. Hopefully you guys could hear me okay, and the microphone wasn't covered. Bring the hips down, draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a really big squeeze. Deep inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Extend your right leg out. Keep your left knee drawing in. Then allow your left knee to fall over to the right side, anchor down through your left shoulder. And take your eye gaze in the opposite direction of your knee. Finding your supine twist. Coming back to the breath. Nice, steady and even. Slow motion, come back through center. Reset by drawing both your knees in towards your chest. Then take your twist to the other side, extending the opposite leg, allowing the knee to fall out. Rounding down through both shoulder blades and just taking your eye gaze in the opposite direction of your knee. See if you can really find a softening through the tissues of your body, encouraging your breath to slow down and deepen. Slow motion, let's come back through center. Draw both of your knees in towards your chest. Then from here, bring your arms down by your side. Take your legs up towards the ceiling. Squeeze your legs together, point through your toes, and then begin to lower your legs down onto the mat. Just think more about length, so reaching the toes as far away from the crown of your head, and less about core. When you arrive, take your feet out wide, windshield wiper your feet from side to side. Push into your elbows to lift the back of your heart up. Broaden your shoulder blades so then when you bring the back of your heart back down onto the mat, you take up more space. Imagine being like a little puddle trying to expand more over the surface of your mat. And then when you arrive, take a nice long inhale through the nose. Deep exhale through the mouth. Use that cleansing breath to really settle you into gravity. So we've done a really nice, strong practice today. And always to the complement of our strong energy is the practice of stillness. So we're going to remain here now in our Shavasana for a couple of moments. I want you to really focus on bringing your awareness back inward, noticing the sensations of your body, noticing the quality of your breath, seeing if you can really refrain from moving just for this moment. And if you notice that your mind begins to wander, and it most definitely will, I want you to see if you can bring your focus back to your breath. So we can develop this level of concentration that keeps us present in the moment. So continue to ride your breath as you settle down, and then when the time is ready, I will call you out. So just begin to deepen your breath. Bring some gentle movements back into your fingers and your toes. On your next inhale, reach your arms over your head and stretch your hands away from your feet. Then as you exhale, just drop all of your weight. Slowly begin to draw your knees in towards your chest, and then just roll onto your side. Just take a moment here to feel your connection to the earth. And know that every single time that you step onto your mat, that it is a safe and supported space. Then when you're ready, nice and slow, just arrive into a seat at the top of your mat. Bring your hands in front of your heart in a prayer position. Just bring a little tension as you press your hands into one another. So let's end this class with one last breath cycle. I want you to take a moment now just to notice the intention that you set at the start of the class. Notice the energy that you would like to cultivate for the remaining part of your day. Get really clear on this energy and then begin to feel it within your heart space. Once again, just give yourself a moment to visualize how that feels and how that looks. And let's solidify once again the intention with the breath. So inhale through the nose, draw that energy in, and then as you exhale out through the mouth, release the energy that no longer serves you. I hope you're feeling really great. I really appreciate you being here and taking this class. Thank you guys so very much. I appreciate you all. Namaste. Bye.